Greetings, fellow citizens of the Interbubs. This is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, everybody, from the brand new base extension that we started in the previous episode. And as you can see from this little bit of time-lapse footage, I have been making some very decent progress on this area over the last couple of days. So much so that I think we might get pretty close to finishing at least a massive portion of the brand new storage facility that I want to construct out here. I have spent a bunch of time collecting all of the resources that we're going to need for this build. And yeah, that's taken up most of my time over the last couple of days, but we pretty much have everything that we need to complete the structure. I think I showed you guys what it looked like in the previous episode, but here's a very quick glance again to the creative world. And as you can see, nothing too fancy, just a nice big building in which I can actually start to properly store resources so that we can begin working on bigger projects and more stuff around the world here in HermitCraft Season 10. But to kick things off today, I thought we could start working on some more road systems in this new extension area. We do want to be able to connect up the roads from outside of the colony into the colony and then back out the colony again, so that anybody traveling across the server does have a way through our base, considering that this base is clogging up a good middle section of the HermitCraft Season 10 server. So let's make sure we've got some roads that can link up throughout our base. So something like this, something nice and bendy and windy. That'll look pretty cool. And we probably extend this mycelium forest into this area here too. Now, while I'm working on this road situation, guys, I've got some really weird information to share with you. Something that happened on the server a couple of weeks ago to me that I haven't had a space yet to put into an episode, but I definitely want to start talking about it today because, well, you're looking at the proud owner of another base on the server. Yeah, that's right. Where to begin? This is kind of weird. So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, XB called me and said, yo, come over to my base, Ren. I've got something to talk to you about. So I went over to XB's base. I hit the record button, of course, but in typical Rendog fashion, I had my microphone muted. So didn't actually get to record that segment with XB correctly, which, you know, is annoying, right?
Like, look at this. I sent him this notice today, and he never responded.
Right, notice of forfeiture. Blah, blah, blah. I'm taking your stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what this says?
There's pretty much a bunch of legalese. You know, you gotta be, you gotta be, you know.
You gotta get the legals in.
board.
The property has remained vacant and unused for an extended period. Outrageous. That gives you all the rights that you need, if you ask me.
And it's like, it's lowering my property value. And all, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See what I have here?
What's that? What is this? Riverside Resort Village Deed. Okay.
It's all legal. Fully. So, what do you think?
You've taken this through the BWO court and everything, right? This is all legit.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Do you, sir, you are a man of great wealth, I hear.
Yeah, vast, incredible wealth, XB. The good news is XB did record our collaboration together, and I'll put a link to his episode in the description box below. I highly recommend you go and check it out at some point today, because how do I put this without sounding completely weird and strange? Also, probably on the brink of a court case in BWO's court. Yeah, XB sold me Keralis' base. Yeah, that's pretty much the up and down of it. I am the proud owner of Keralis' base. I actually have the documentations to prove it. I've got the lease somewhere here for Keralis' base. Although, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea where I put it. Ah yes, here it is. The Notice of Forfeiture by xBcrafted. And it reads as follows. To Keralis, the Riverside Village Resort HermitCraft server, notice of forfeit for abandoned land. This letter serves as a formal notice that the property you own is subject to forfeiture due to abandonment and non-compliance with maintenance requirements, etc. Blah, blah, blah. basically, the formal notice was sent on the 24th of April, outlining the required corrective actions, etc., including the deadline. Forfeiture of property rights pursuant to XP's status the land is now subject to reclamation by XP and may be repurposed, sold, or otherwise dealt with. Sincerely, XP. Yes, indeed. The forfeiture notice was delivered to Keralis. No reply was given. And thus, I received the lease for the base, which I think is just this book. I believe this is the lease. I paid XP quite a lot of diamonds for the base. Go check out XP's episode to see exactly what happened there. But the fact of the matter is that I now own Keralis' base, which is now my base. This beautiful, beautiful thing over here. All of this, everything I see before me is now mine, including these wonderful balloons. Yes, the balloons. The balloons are mine too. Everything is mine. Yes. As far as the eye can see, all that is Keralis's is now mine. Although last week I did get called over to XP once again, because this time Keralis wanted to have a chat about the forfeiture of his land. Check this out.
Ren?
Yes?
Ren, where is the nightclub? Show me.
The nightclub?
It's over in that direction.
Yeah, it's somewhere that way. It's in there with the crabs.
He knows.
It's got crabs and everything.
Okay, so where is the villagers who trade carrots?
It's also there and like down. Look, I'm willing to negotiate a lease.
Oh, there you go. A rental agreement.
A rental agreement. I'm not willing to give up the land just yet, but we can talk about a rental situation.
Why am I being bullied? I was out gathering bedrock for my beautiful gradients. And
you
I was
leave for 2 months and come back and like demand what's going on?
Look,
I demand nothing.
Well, I'll make it fair.
That is rightfully mine.
63 diamonds a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, you'll be gathering them. I'm not touching.
No, my base is fine.
No. That's my base, by the way. 63 diamonds a month. I mean, it's quite cheap.
It's super cheap. Did you get this yacht? You get this jacuzzi over here? I mean, you know, it's super bargain.
Why am I even paying for my own base?
I mean, you gotta think about fuel charges and stuff.
Get in here, dude. Get in here. Feel the water. It's so nice and warm.
Oh, yeah.
That is 63 diamonds a month. I mean, that is definitely worth it. 100%.
That alone?
That'll far.
Yeah. I will have to take 1 month up front, though. So 63 diamonds up front first.
Well, don't forget security deposit.
Yeah.
And pet deposit.
You know what? I'll waiver the security deposit because I'm a nice landlord. No security deposit, just 1 month up front, then 63 a month. Easy deals.
Man, you're getting a deal, Keralis.
Jeez, I've got. Yeah, I do have some, I guess, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to pay this. I don't want to pay this. This is.
But, I mean,
the diamonds
my
kids gathered.
You could always move.
The diamonds your kids gathered.
Yeah,
you can't play that card on us, Keralis. You can't play that card on us. Damn, dude, that's cold.
Look at my puppy eyes. Look it up.
That is kind of brutal.
Please. Oh, no. Let me just. There you go. Hat in hand. Like Puss in Boots.
Okay, listen, Keralis. I will take the property off the internet for now while you consider your lease options. So it'll no longer be displayed on property sites. I'll let you think about it a little bit longer, okay?
It's on Zillow.
Zillow. What is Zillow? I have no idea what Zillow is.
I shall remove.
Okay, Ran. I will consider the offer.
Okay, good.
For my own base, I guess.
Yeah, excellent.
But yeah.
It's in his name, Keralis.
It's my base though. It's my base though.
His name.
You didn't
He's got the paperwork.
I got the lease. I've got the actual documentations.
He's got the deed.
I got the deed.
The
yeah, the deed. That's the correct legal word. The deed. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go to court if you want.
I mean, that is an option.
The corrupt judge. Yeah, no. How about no?
I did it. It was fine. It totally came out in my favor.
There it is. I knew I had it somewhere, guys. The Riverside Resort Village deed. That is the official legal document that gives me ownership of Keralis' base. And if he wants to argue about it, we can go straight to the BOO court. I'm good. I'm good for that. In the meantime, I have offered Keralis a rental situation of 63 diamonds a month, and he is currently considering the offer and should get back to me shortly, I suppose. So yes, anyway, rather weird stuff going on the server the last couple of weeks. It's been an absolute blast catching up with XB and Keralis again. Great to see them both. And over the course of the last hour or so this morning, I have been working on the roads of the base extension, and they're coming together really nicely. I kind of like this. Basically, the road goes all the way around the storage facility and exits through these 2 new exit gates that I created on livestream last week. And the road from the outside eventually connects to the road that goes underneath the starport and then leads all the way back into the base. So the road system in the base is now fully connected, which is very exciting. And that means all that's left for me to do today is to build the foundations of the storage facility, get as many blocks down as possible. Although I gotta tell you, lunchtime is on the way for Rendog. The stomach is starting to growl, and I'm having a steak for lunch, so I am very excited about that. But I still have about 40 minutes or so worth of grinding to do. So I'm going to get stuck into placing some blocks here, guys. And in the meantime, I've got some more great footage to share with you from live stream last week. This time, while I was working on building up the walls of the extension, Good Times with Scar came over with an offer that I just couldn't refuse. Check this out. It's so weird. Oh, hello. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Oh, hello there.
Well, hello there, Ren.
You startled
Mighty
me.
fine piece of land you have here. Look
Why,
at this.
thank you. Why, thank you.
Vast and endless. But you know what it's void of?
What?
Come with me, Ren.
Okay, I shall.
Ren, come on in. Come on in. Up the elevator we go.
Up the elevator?
It's a slow process. Yep, it's a slow process.
Okay.
It's a manual process, it is.
Yep.
But it's good for the quads.
It was installed in 1940. It's fine. We can respect the old
It
architecture. Oh,
Welcome,
hello.
Ren. The mob boss shop.
Wow.
You, sir, I can tell, are in need of a mob. A great mob. A powerful mob for your base. An alien mob, maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe take a look at some of these creakings. They're very alien-like. Could go well in your base, right?
They could, actually. I am in need of mobbage in the base, to be honest. I've added an extension, and with the extension must come some form of beast. Extension beast, if you will.
I highly agree. I highly agree. And you know what the best part about that is? That I
Yeah.
can help you obtain that mob.
Ooh. Okay, I'm listening. Talk to me.
Yeah, whatever you want, I can get.
Oh, right. That's the pitch.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have been looking far and wide unsuccessfully for the past year or so, ever since I landed on planet HC-10, for the the very inconspicuous species known as the Snifficus snifferatum.
Oh.
You've heard of the species?
Okay. I have heard of the species.
Yeah.
Hatched of an egg.
Hatched of an egg and elusive.
Very elusive. Very elusive. Would one of those eggs be the Hachawushawoku or whatever you call it behind you? If you direct your head behind you, look to the right.
That is the rarest of all. Yes, that's the specimen I speak of. Exactly.
Oh, wonderful. So you're in need of some of these snifferpopocketuses or whatever you phrased it as.
Snifferecicus. Yep.
Yes,
that one.
exactly. Okay. So you need some of these creatures. Do you need them in egg form or do you need them in live form?
I think I would like them fully egged. Wait, that means unegged. Fully unegged.
Okay, I was doing some mental gymnastics there to figure that one out. Okay. All right, you know what, Ren?
Yes.
I've never done this before. Free of charge.
What?
First customer. Free of charge to my first customer.
Free of charge?
Except for shipping and handling.
Well, that's fair enough. The Snifferecinus is quite large, pretty heavy, and poops a lot, I hear.
It is true. Well, Ren, when would you like this beautiful specimen delivered to you?
Well, I'm currently working on installing a structure. So potentially a few days after the foundation of the structure has been successfully installed. Nice legs, by the way. I can see your knees.
Oh, thank you. It's
Yeah.
It's the elevator. When I swim up, It gives my calves and my quads much exercise.
A good
How
salting.
about I deliver them in containment tubes so that you can use them as you please?
That would be ideal. That would be perfect.
Oh, Ren. Just a wonderful day.
I just have a question.
Absolute
Where did this bone come from? What creature perished for this? A little bit discerning.
Man, it's tough to say. I feel like that could be a dolphin, but it's hard to say these days.
Yeah. All right. Well, nice doing business with you, Scar. I look forward to
Oh, it's
receiving my
always wonderful,
Snifferacum
man.
Snifferecatus.
Yep, that's a. Yeah, that's a phrasing. It's gonna take a while to get out of my head.
This office is wild, by the way. It's so cool. Like the sound of the creaks are so disconcerting. These noises that they make. Oh my goodness. We didn't discuss pricing, did we? No, we didn't discuss pricing. How much is this going to cost me? It's free except for shipping. No, I realized this, but I'm assuming that's where he makes his profits, is from the shipping and handling. It's been quite a productive week for Colony HC-10, everyone. So many things happening, so much awesomeness occurring, starting with the acquiring of a new base, which is always great, and, of course, the commissioning of a new mob for the colony. We bought a sniffer from Good Times with Scar, although we don't know how much that is actually going to cost us just yet. And, of course, we've got a new storage facility, or at least the beginnings of a new storage facility. It's the next day in real life, and I am very excited to show you what I managed to finish off last night. The majority of the infrastructure for the storage building is now completed. It's looking fantastic. I really love how the walls have turned out with the glass panes as the GIGACORP colors. I think that looks really great. Also added a little bit more details to the walls on livestream last night. And I wanted to spend the rest of this video showing you guys exactly how I envision this storage facility to work. So as you may have noticed already, the only way to get into the storage facility is with an elytra / a jetpack. Because in the lore of GIGACORP, we have these things, and scientists need to keep all of the materials in the colony nice and safe and above ground, away from the pores of, contaminated space rats and Snifferechius snifferortiums, etc. And so we've got 2 levels of storage over here, both with elytra landing pads on either side. And of course, within the storage itself, we have separated it into 4 modules per floor. And I'm trying to work out exactly how I'm going to catalog the items inside of storage. I made some headway on live stream last night, and my initial idea is to try and catalog via lore, which sounds kind of weird, but let me try and explain it, right? So this is going to be the room for GIGACORP infrastructure blocks, and that's going to include all of the blocks that we use to build the base. And as we have a limited block palette for this GIGACORP colony, it's not actually going to require that much space. So inside of each of these chests, I will store the individual blocks for quartz that I'm building in the base. And then in some of the more detailed base miscellaneous areas, like for copper, for example, we might have all the various copper blocks stored in a horizontal line and then within shulker boxes on the vertical line. So all of these shulker boxes will be filled with waxed oxidized copper. The same sort of thing might apply for all of the iron types, and when I want anything that is iron related, I want to come to this chest over here. And the same might occur for sort of miscellaneous items. These are all sort of miscellaneous things that we use within the GIGACORP base block palette. And this room for infrastructure should make it quite easy for me to come and find the blocks that I'm looking for, say, base builds. The same will apply for terraforming, right? So over here in our GIGACORP base, we use packed mud and all of these different blocks for the myceliums and all of the different foliages and dirt blocks and path blocks, all of these different terraforming blocks I'd like to catalog into this chamber here, so that whenever we're working on the base terraforming, we can find all of that jazz inside of here. And as this is the very first floor, at least it's the highest floor of the building, it's kind of the first floor that you want to land on naturally when you're using your jetpack/elytra. And so we're going to put all the important stuff right up front. Also, I'm going to be entering the storage facility mostly from this direction, so all of the most accessible stuff that I want right away is going to be here, GIGACORP infrastructure and terraforming. And then over here might be the next most important things like food and items and weapons and whatnot. The second floor is exactly the same as the first floor as far as design goes. We've got 4 modules in here, and this is probably going to be more deep storage. So this might be the chamber that stores all stone-related blocks, from cobblestone to smooth stone to andesite, etc. And we'll just have very, large amounts of deep storage down here for the items that we might need en masse. Same might apply here for like concrete and wool, etc., etc. And rather interestingly, we discovered on stream that there might be potential for something kind of curious down here in the basement of the storage facility. This is just a big open room that I haven't really figured out what to do with yet. And I had an idea yesterday about maybe turning this into a little bit of a redstone challenge. So imagine down here we build a bunch of micro redstone farms, like a cobblestone factory, for example, which would be able to make andesite and diorite also, which we could use to stock shops, etc. We could also make like a bamboo farm down here, a kelp farm to produce kelp blocks for coal. I think there's a bunch of sort of mini redstone farms we might be able to install in here, and then we could supply the storage room above with the things that we create down here, right? That could be pretty interesting. Hey, if you're a redstone person and you have any cool ideas for some mini redstone farms, let me know in the comments. And maybe that's something that we can crack on over the next couple of episodes. Just every now and then go in there and install a little bit of redstone thingamajig. But yeah, that's about as far as I've got on the storage facility build so far, everybody. I've spent the last couple of days getting this bad boy set up, and I must say I'm very relieved that I now have a place to put all of the nonsense that is starting to accumulate all over my base. There are chest monsters a-brewing and a-cooking everywhere. I mean, look at the hangar bay, guys. It is a disaster in here. This is just really starting to fall apart. Even inside of the command center itself, the chest monsters are accumulating, and very much looking forward to moving all of this into there and finally having some real order when it comes to items and whatnot for the rest of the season. But yes, other than this, I've not really much else to share with you, everybody. We have a new base, we have a new storage facility, and we have a new creature type incoming from Scar. So yeah, a good couple of days on the server. I got a bunch of editing to do though, so I'm gonna leave you here. Friends, thank you so much for watching, and we'll smell you all in the next episode.